In our previous video, I showed you this jazz line in double time. And I also explained how we created the line. So make sure to watch that video before and then come back to this one if you haven't done so already. So, I've designed an entire series based on this jazz line. I'm going to give you a 3-step method that you can apply to any line so you can incorporate this style playing into your improvisation. We are going to start with this conceptual chart. I'll put a link in the description below so you can download the free PDF from our website. I know, it looks like gibberish, but it's not. And no, you're not going to end up playing from this chart. You are going to use it to study and learn how to incorporate these concepts into your playing. So here are the 3 steps that we're going to take. Learn the harmonic progression. Understand the concepts in the chart. And practice the line until you are playing from a new place. So what do you need to know before you can use this method? Well, not much. If you know your note names, basic chords, and a bit of harmony, you're good to go. If you want to go in depth into chords, upper structures, tonal harmony, target notes, harmony analysis, we have more than 500 videos on all of those topics so far. Learn the harmonic progression. The harmonic progression is indicated as Roman numerals up here in the chart. It is Okay, here's the first tip. Don't try to memorize this progression by memorizing 2 of 5 to 5 of 5 to 2 of 5 and so on. Instead, use it to figure out how this progression works and then incorporate the entire progression into your stock of harmonic progressions as one whole thing. So let's figure out this progression in an easy key first. Let's say we're in the key of C. So the 1 is C, the 5-7 is G7, and the 2 is D minor 7. The 5-7 of 5 is the 5-7 of G, which is D7. And the related 2 is an A minor 7. Finally, the 5-7 of 6 is the 5-7 of A, which is E7. Then in C, the progression is A minor 7, D7, D minor 7, G7, C6, E7. By the way, I'm using standard chord 7s like minor 7 on minor chords, and on the 1 I choose to use C6 instead of C major 7, just because 6 or major 7 are the same functionally. Okay, we have the progression in C. If you want to assimilate this progression, you need to look at the bass movement. More than 90% of the time, the bass is going to move by perfect fifths, down, or perfect fourths up, exactly as in the circle of fifths. So be on the lookout for that movement. If you don't know your circle of fifths, you're going to have to play it over and over again until you know it so well you don't have to think about it. Here it is. Now play it in a loop 1,000,000 times and come back later to keep watching this video. Okay, so now that you know your circle of fifths, let's look at the bass. So A to D follows the circle of fifths. D to D is a repeated note. D to G follows the circle. G to C follows the circle. And then E is a major third up, which will then follow the circle to go back to A at the beginning of the progression. One more thing. We're in the key of C, but we're starting on A, which is the 6th chord. The A is a major 6th above C, but is much easier to view as being a minor third below, or 2 notes below C if we play C scale down, and also the relative minor. So let's think of the bass movement like this. I am in the key of C. The relative minor is A minor. It is a minor third below my tonic. That's my starting point. Now I play circle of fifths, next note, repeat. Circle of fifths, next note, circle of fifths, next note. To turn around, I do major third, and then circle of fifths next note takes me to the starting point again. And notice how I'm thinking circle of fifth next note instead of perfect fourth up or perfect fifth down, because that gives me the option to choose the octave displacement I want to use to fit my instrument. I could either move a perfect fourth up or a perfect fifth down. This is exactly the same as doing sol do in solfege. To make a mental note of this bass line, I would use SD for sol do to make it easier. But know that I mean following the circle of fifths. I know, why don't you call it re sol if it goes from a minor 7 to a dominant 7? And yes, that would be the correct way of thinking about a 2-5. This is just a way of simplifying the bass movement for these chords. Call it what works best for you. To be honest, I don't know what I call it. It's an abstract concept to me. A root movement of a perfect fourth up or a perfect fifth down. But for this video, I have to decide on some easy way to represent it. That's all. So the bass line is start on the relative minor, then sol do, repeat sol do, major third. If we're in D flat, for example, it would be relative minor is B flat, a minor third down from D flat. B flat, E flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, F, and repeat forever. In B major, G sharp, C sharp, C sharp, F sharp, B, D sharp, and repeat forever. Notice that when we play sol do, we can either go up a perfect fourth or down a perfect fifth. For example, in B flat major, we can play, or we can play. So practice these octave displacements as much as you can. Before we move forward with learning the harmonic progression, let me talk a bit about walking the bass. My favorite approach is to limit the bass range in my head so I can decide when to switch